I'd like to greet all human beings all around the world with the universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. It doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor religious beliefs may be. It doesn't matter if you're the richest to the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't even matter whether you're the proclaimed toughest to the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter if you're my friend, family, nor my proclaimed enemy. Doesn't matter if you're dark-skinned or light-skinned. Doesn't matter whether you like me, like my YouTube videos, like what I say or how I say it. None of that doesn't matter. All of that is irrelevant. I greet all of you all with the same universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. Today happened to be October the 31st, 2019, the time being about 1:20 p.m. I'm coming to you today. You seen I was showing the C.F. Bowen Center here in Charleston, Missouri on 700 Cy Williams Street, or some people used to call it Am Street. My dad, who went to this particular school here, where once upon a time, this is the only place in Charleston, Missouri that blacks can go to high school. It was called Lincoln High School. C.F. Bowen is the individual that was the principal when my dad was going here, I think in the maybe 1930s or the early 1940s, before he was drafted in World War II. But anyway, this is a place where they have a lot of programs, and an attorney, a white attorney, female, invited me to come to a meeting that they was her and a black attorney, a female attorney. I know both of them because I sit in the courtrooms. That they was gonna have something. It was supposed to be at first, she said, at the courthouse with the NAACP, educating them on black jurors, their rights, etc. And it was about justice, period. And so I seen the one white female in the court this past Wednesday, and she told me she'll get back with me when she get with the NAACP president. Now, this attorney and other attorneys, lawyers, judges, prosecutors, some of everybody watches my YouTube videos, and they know I criticize judges, I criticize prosecuting attorneys, I criticize blacks and whites. And anyway, the black attorney contacted me today via text and said that the meeting is set for November the 4th, which I believe is Monday, at 6 o'clock here at the Bowen Center. And now remember, the white attorney, not the black attorney, the white attorney is the one that originally told me about it and wanted me to come. Wanted me to come because she know I'm an activist, and anybody else that know me know I'm an activist. I'm not an activist that a lot of people agree with. You see what I'm saying? But I'm an activist. But anyway, the black attorney contacted me and told me that she said that it'll be at 6 o'clock. That's cool. I texted her back and said, I'll come as you all's guest. And she said, of course. It wasn't 10 or 15 minutes later that she called me and told me that I don't think it's best for you to come because you in the NAACP, the present NAACP president here in Charleston, Missouri. I'm not going to say his name, which I can if I want to. But she said, since y'all is in a feud, and I'm not in a feud with him. I disagree with things that him and a bunch of other people do. You know, but she said, I said, what that have to do with it? I said, even though I'm not in a feud with him, I don't agree with things that he's doing. But I said, but I'm coming as y'all guest. She said, well, that's his house. The NAACP president, nobody else don't own. That ain't the NAACP president house, nor headquarters. Google it up and see if the NAACP president owns the C.F. Bowen Center at 700 Elm Street. To me, that was an insult. You see what I'm saying? Because the same black attorney that's in their circle, and to each his own. She in the circle of the NAACP president. Some of these law enforcement officials that's white, that's a part of the NAACP, that's out here breaking the laws against black folks that's not a part of their circle. But the same black attorney now, when the NAACP president in the same building, all you got to do is look it up. I believe it was in September, August or September, she asked me to come to a first annual freedom fundraiser at this same building that the NAACP was having. But guess what? Money involved. It was $25 to get in at the door. You see what I'm saying? But my stance with the NAACP president and any of these other blacks or whites that's misusing the black community or misrepresenting them, my stance haven't changed since then. But she wanted me to come. But now, not too long ago, why didn't you call this NAACP president or some of these law enforcement officials or some of these people that's in the circle that you in when you asked me to bring you over to what they call the hood, so I could show you where one of your clients' potential witnesses would be at? You see what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna worry about that no more. We won't be doing that anymore. But I told her, I ain't gonna come. If that's a public place, I ain't gonna come. And I'm gonna tell the white attorney next week why I didn't come. You see what I'm saying? Because I don't agree with these people. Now, I'm gonna tell you another thing. Now, if two attorneys come into this center here, a historical center, where it used to be the only place blacks can go to school until some people filed, a family filed a lawsuit against the Charleston Consolidated School number 7, which is the Charleston R1 school district today, to file a federal lawsuit and won it in about 1961 so they can go to the Charleston R1 school district where the whites was getting a better education. This same building, this is where the politicians come down to. This is where the judges and lawyers and educators come to, and only certain people can come because this same lawyer said her friend, her fellow NAACP, Charleston NAACP member, that's his house. Now, if I could see a deed to show me that, even though I'm not going to come, and if I came, I was just going in there to just sit and listen. You see what I'm saying? But see, people in the community can't see these attorneys and these judges and these politicians that come down, because all the politicians, the judges, and the lawyers here is what them people inside of there in that particular circle is doing. You know, keeping the community from coming into that place, listening to that, and then these lawyers depending on these NAACP presidents and members to get this information to the black community that's non-sellout. It's just like the Ku Klux Klans going to a meeting, and the Grand Wizard told blacks they can't come in, but my Klan members would tell y'all what was going on. Y'all figure that out for yourself. I talked to one of my friends that I grew up in Cabrini Green with in the projects. He went to the military, and he's a successful attorney in Portland, Oregon. We spoke about it. He seen something wrong with that too. But one thing about it, I'm going to tell y'all this here. I'm not going to go, but I see, like my attorney friend said, and many other people, get your daughters and daddy and leave this place. I commend the white female. I hope she don't get like the people in this building. At least she wasn't ashamed to ask me to come, because she see the way I operate in the courtroom. I call a spade a spade. You see what I'm saying? The judge just past Wednesday, and I got a witness to it that I know wouldn't mind saying something. Just past Wednesday, he was having a court with some of the guys from the prison and people that was locked up and people on the streets, and he's a part of this circle here. He's a part of this circle. Now look what he said. The one guy, two guys that was having a court visa to television because they was in prison. And after he got through with the first one, then after that, he said, let the next contestant come on down. The next contestant, these guys is fighting cases that carry 15 more years that they got in prison already, a 15 additional year, but he said, let the next contestant come on down. And these lawmakers up there, not the white female, you see what I'm saying, that invited me, because she don't see it a game up there. She be fighting for black people and white people that can't afford to get lawyers. But the other ones, they seemed like it was funny. It was a joke. It wasn't a joke to me. Then he had a person that was out on the streets, and they gave them 4 options. Matter of fact, they was locked up, but they came from the back, and he gave them 4 options. One, you can do a county jail time, prison, and something else. He said, which one do you want? Door number 1, 2, 3, or 4. They got to laughing again. What was funny about that? You see, in this same black lawyer, when she was making the defense for her client that she had me to bring her over in what they call the hood to find one of their witnesses, when she was making a case for him at a preliminary hearing in front of the same judge, talking about contestants and which door do you want, 1, 2, 3, or 4, when she was making her case saying that my client wasn't fleeing, but he was trying to get in a light space, a light spot, because the history of black people having with police. She said, I'm a black attorney with no record, and I have the same phobia as my client. And some of these same white police, one of them is on the NAACP. Him and another one's up there laughing like it was a joke, but they killing us by the hundreds per year for saying that they thought we had something. But he'll be at this meeting, and he'll be able to go back and tell the rest of them police what they said in here. You follow what I'm saying? In other words, as long as people keep on letting these people be the voice, this attorney that live in Illinois said that this is the NAACP president house. I don't see his name on there. I see it saying the C.F. Bowen Center. And I ain't gonna say his name again. But you look at that, think about that, y'all. Charleston, Missouri got some wickedness going on here, and it's all the way in the White House, or at least Jefferson City on down. You look and see how many of y'all children being able to go to college. See how many of y'all children working at this particular place. They give you these jobs in the summer for these food jobs while they giving you millions. They give you enough change to go get you some alcohol. But I'm going to leave it alone. I ain't got nothing against that attorney. I hope she don't say I'm feuding with her now. But I give the utmost respect to that white attorney, and I hope she don't be caught up in their